end is almost coming into sight, and you're running out of time. Your decision on a dime has you gliding through the sky. You're
praying that you fly on.
Didn't go as planned, but you're knowing where to land, so you stick it out your hand while you hear that you're in.
Fans, commentators in the stands going in a freaking trance when you're
Rise to the pylon.
It is Friday, the day before the weekend. We have reached the light at the end of the tunnel. Adults are turning off their morning alarms and letting their kids stay up past bedtime. College students are drinking themselves into oblivion, only to get up tomorrow and do the same thing at their tailgates. And Josh Gordon is going to rehab, baby. No, I didn't stutter. Cleveland Browns wide receiver, well-known substance abuser Josh Gordon has decided to check himself into rehab to break free from the devilish grip of the ganja in order to regain full control of his life. Gordon was originally serving a 4-game suspension and was set to make his debut against the New England Patriots next week. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. No, seriously, I'm sorry, Cleveland fans, I really am. This season is literally going in classic Browns fashion. It's actually kind of shameful to see. Josh Gordon does not want to play football. He hasn't had the desire to play in years. He enjoyed his 15 minutes of fame. The NFL was just something he wanted to cross off of his bucket list. And now he's content with wasting all the phenomenal talent that he had. Now, yeah, if he is serious about turning his life around and drowning these demons once and for all, then good for him. But as a football fan, I have every right to be disappointed in him. I'm not even mad about him going to rehab per se. I'm just disappointed that with the stakes being so high, no pun intended, he chose the marijuana over a possible 5-year, $70 million contract that he can feed his family with for the rest of his life. He showed he had the talent to be a great, but he let the substances take over his life. And it's led him to this. Good riddance, Josh Gordon. I'm not counting on seeing you on a football field ever again. Have fun speaking at high schools and colleges, urging the youth not to mess up like you did. The Vikings, the Eagles, my Baltimore Ravens, the New England Patriots, the Denver Broncos. What do all these teams have in common? They're 3-0. But which one of these 3-0 teams is the best? Find out on a I'm just playing. Well, it's obviously the Broncos, of course, and hear me out. I think most people would say the Patriots or the Eagles, but okay. Sorry, Philly fans. I think Meek Mill is the sole reason nobody believes in the city of Philadelphia anymore. He's damaged your credibility that much. It's the Browns. Who cares? The Bears? Really? Oh, wait, we beat Pittsburgh, though. Carson Wentz is the real deal now, huh? It is impressive what the Eagles did to the Steelers' offense, but Pittsburgh hasn't put out a defense worth talking about in years, so let's get that out of the way. Bill Belichick is also proving to be the greatest head coach of all time with the job he's doing with the Brady-less, Gronk-less, Ninkovich-less, Lewis-less New England Patriots. But let me ask you this, Patriots and Eagles fans. Out of the Vikings, Ravens, and Broncos, which of those teams do you think is the most capable of shutting down your entire operation and winning the game in the clutch? It's the Broncos. Broncos, they don't have the best roster, particularly when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. Gary Kubiak ain't no Bill Belichick, but they play ugly and they win ugly. They make you play their game with them. The Broncos would eat Carson Wentz alive. Wade Phillips has proven he can check whatever the Patriots bring to the table offensively. The Broncos offense, okay, they have just enough playmakers to ice the game at least. At least enough for that all-time defense that they're fielding. When it comes to style points, Eagles and Patriots all day. But if either of those teams were to go against the Broncos head-to-head, I don't see a reason why you can bet against the Broncos. I chose the Chiefs to win the AFC West, and I'm still sticking with them because I'm hard-headed. But the Broncos are making me worry. Now, as for which 1 and 2 team is the most disappointing, that distinction easily goes to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, before I tear apart my NFC pick for the Super Bowl, I preface this rant by saying Arizona is the type of team that could rack up a serious winning streak in the coming weeks and end the season on a 12-4 or 11-5 note. I don't doubt their tenacity, but that tenacity has yet to show up this season. They lose off of a missed field goal against the Patriots team that they should outclass at every level. The next week you go out and actually take care of business like you're supposed to against the Bucs. Then you lay down for the Buffalo Bills and let Shady 1-2 step all over your defense. Then right on schedule with the game already out of reach, I'll admit, Carson Palmer throws 4 interceptions in, the last 4 minutes of the game? Maybe he was pressing, I don't know, but that is not a good look for Palmer, who is easily the biggest question on this team. The defense needs to play to its potential too. They desperately need a solid second cornerback to Patrick Peterson, and yeah, Tyrann Mathieu had a nice forced fumble last week, but he isn't looking like the honey badger that flies all over the field, wreaking havoc. Hopefully he's just shaking off the last of his injury his injury rust. So I'll give him a couple more weeks, but this playmaking defense is even more vital to their Super Bowl hopes than the big play offense. Get it together, Arizona. You can't beat yourself 1 week, come out the next week pissed off and just beat up on everyone, and then the week after that just lay an egg to the Buffalo Bills. You need consistency. Get it together. That's all we have time for today. I'm going to be back with you guys on Tuesday to discuss the mayhem of what I like to call Brady Eve. I'd also like to make a bold prediction as well. The Philadelphia Eagles will still be undefeated after the weekend. Mark my words. I'm willing to bet my life. I'm your host, Milton Woolley, and this has been another edition of The Pylon.